You know what, guys? And they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
Durant, the pass to Mr. Clutch. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. New Orleans has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. The layup off target. And that time, also a missed shot.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Thunder trailing by 3. Durant with it. He really had an off night against the Timberwolves, never really got into rhythm.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
There's the pick. Holiday, the pass to McCarthy. Now Holiday, he's got 6 inside, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Jordan, the screen. Here's Mr. Clutch. 5 points in the game, 6 to shoot. It's rebounded by Leonard.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds. And this group gives us a second look at the shooting guards leading their position in steals over the last 10 games. Freak is second.
You know, he's often forced to guard the opposition's top player on the perimeter, and still he's made his way all the way up the steals list.
I tell you what, I think he relishes those difficult assignments. I mean, he's such an intense competitor. Defense is what drives him.
You can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Holiday, the pass to McCarthy. Hands with the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last.
And let's check out the numbers for Durant. Since the break, he's been simply stellar. He's right around 29 points a night, 6 assists and 6 rebounds. And he brings that offensive firepower to the team. Scoring just comes naturally.
And, you know, defenses are throwing everything at him, Sid, yet he's still able to put up points. He's really unstoppable.
Count that one. The Thunder have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far, right at the 50% mark. The shot's good for Mr. Clutch.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
The defense is just not closing out quick enough.
Here's Schumacher. Shot is no good. And it's Oklahoma City the other way, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
And no doubt that the fight was there, but no matter what they tried on that night, it just wasn't meant to be.
And over time, it looked like they were resigned to their fate. They kind of gave in. It's hard to come back when you get down like they were, and they just didn't seem to have enough fight to make a go of it.
Robinson's checked in for the Thunder. Dion Waiters comes in for Oakley.
And then the young fella busts out the slick move inside to get open for the jam.
Greg, that was sick and slick. The D had no chance.
Yeah, he was one
They
step
can't
ahead
guard
of
us on the
them
perimeter.
entire
Let's
way.
spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Here we are, 2 games left before the start of the playoffs. Let's take a look at the possible field. You look at the Pelicans. Right now, the 6th best record in the conference, looking to hold on to playoff position and finish the regular season strong. And, of course, Oklahoma City, they're 7th best in the conference.
And, you know, for the Pelicans, they've had a tremendous year. There were a lot of people waiting for them to take that tumble late in the season. Well, those people might be waiting for a little while longer.
I agree. I mean, it's clear they're not going anywhere. I mean, this is not a team that any opponent can take lightly come playoff time.
Leonard hits them both. The Thunder with the lead. Here's Mr. Clutch. He's got 10.
Move the ball. It's sticking too much.
Back to Durant. The pass to Mr. Clutch. Shot clock at 5.
And that's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to tone down his aggression defensively.
So far in the game for Mr. Clutch, he already has 10 points, and he's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of three-pointers.
And you know what? The defenders have that in the back of their minds now. They'll be on him a little tighter.
Lance Thomas, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Bogdanovich comes in for Drew Holiday. The Pelicans have gone 7 of 13, just over 50% from the floor. Some good looks. Pass to Thomas. Off the screen. A nice shot by Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich has got his first points of the game.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Frazier covering. Waiters passes to Mr. Clutch. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. This is his second trip to the line in this one.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
Well, it definitely was a disappointing part of his game this year. Not the numbers he was hoping for from the strike.
And the Thunder making a change here. Patterson's checked in. For New Orleans, they've gone 8 of 14 from the field in the first quarter. And there's the feed to Bogdanovich. Passes to Warren. There's a screen. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by Mr. Clutch. Oklahoma City has gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. Waiters on the wing. Pass to Mr. Clutch. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Their last encounter was in New Orleans.
Yeah, and looking back at their last game against this club, they were badly out-rebounded.
Yeah, and that turned the tide, the rebounding differential. They've got to focus and make it a team effort to really pound the glass.
It's hauled in by Frazier. New Orleans in the lead. He kicks it to Warren. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Wide open. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor.
High-quality shot, just a little off there with the release.
And, Greg, that has him S-H-H-ing, shaking his head. Tough miss that time.
It makes up for a lack of speed with just tremendous effort and hustle on that play.
Frazier dishes to Warren. Here's Bogdanovich. He's guarded by Waiters. And Bogdanovich kicks to Frazier. They set the screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Warren. Trains the three-pointer. Warren's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Well, Clark, we've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
Yeah, we sure have. I mean, it's been a bit of a windshield wiper game. I mean, back and forth, the lead has gone 5 times, so no one in clear control yet.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game, just a matter who can catch that momentum.
He's so tough to guard. He can fake you one way and then just spin right by you. Here we can get a look at Oklahoma City, Kevin, and what kind of numbers they've put up these last 10 games. First and second chance points, 6th in rebounding. And they're in the top 3rd in the league in blocks. They're a team that really doesn't give many good looks.
And going back to their offensive rebounding, and that #1 ranking in second chance buckets, I think it speaks to their tenacity and physicality. They go at you, no question about that.
And again, New Orleans has no luck. Oklahoma City has gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. Dishes it to Waiters. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Pelicans trail by 3. Frazier kicks to Thomas. He dishes it to Bogdanovich. There's the pick. To the inside. Frazier. Robinson with the block. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession.
Shape up.
Leonard kicks to Warren. And Frazier with the basket on the assist by Warren.
It's like everybody is in a rhythm right now. Incredible stuff here early on.
Both teams playing downhill. You know, coaches say that all the time. You want to play downhill. Well, at some point you think somebody's got to cool off in this one, right?
Here's Mr. Clutch, and there's a nice one-handed slam.
Rock hard finish there, guys.
And only one hand needed for that one.
Yeah, and sometimes that's all you need.
Here's Frazier. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Frazier's got his second basket. Oklahoma City's gone 4 of 6 from long range here early on. With the teardrop, no good. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. Thomas with the ball, guarded now by Patrick Patterson. Here's Warren, and there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
And the Thunder making a switch here. McGarry's checked in. Here's Mr. Clutch. Can't connect from short range.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
The shot by Frazier, no good.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Here's Mr. Clutch. 18 points for him. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Warren. The rebound by Mr. Clutch. Oklahoma City trailing. And Waiters has it in the corner. Here's the break. Here's Bogdanovich. Off target on the 15-footer. Mr. Clutch can't get it to go. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Pelican. And Kevin Durant, former MVP, still feels like he has room to grow, and he gives us some insight into that philosophy. Well, the will seems to be there, Greg, but Kevin Durant seems surrounded by uncertainty. Can he get that?
No one but Kevin knows the answers to those questions. And quite frankly, he may not know right now what those answers are. He's a very unique and introspective kind of guy, as we all saw when he accepted that MVP award a couple years ago. So let's just stay tuned on this one.
Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And looking at what we've seen from the Pelicans, what do you guys think?
Well, they've dictated tempo with their defense and been able to force some turnovers.
Yeah, and, you know, they've also done a good job, Greg, on their end of the floor by not throwing the ball away.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Pelicans. Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Timberwolves was just a man on a mission. He finished with 42 points and was just on point from deep, sinking what seemed to be an endless stream of threes.